Hey y'all, I'm fixing to put together 2 flower pots. That's actually going to be kind of versatile. They'll go through the fall and actually all the way through the winter. Now I will have to change, a few of the like ornaments or decorations out that I put in the pots. But I wanted to show y'all some of the things that's going to go in the pots before I put them together. And this right here, I will have to put it on the screen because I'm not sure the name of it. It's a type of mustard that I had actually bought seed from a few years ago from Baker Creek. And I planted this mustard in this pot. I planted it in here with lettuce in the early spring, for us to actually eat on, to harvest and eat on. And we've had such a crazy weather, spring, summer, and even into the fall. Till this, I was able to harvest some off of it in the very early spring, and I used it in salads and stuff. But it bolted really fast because it just got really hot really quick. And so when it bolted, I thought, well, I'll let it go to seed and I'll save some of the seed off of it, to plant for either in the fall or next year, because I can actually grow mustard and lettuce and stuff like that in my greenhouses during the winter time here. But I ended up not harvesting the seed, and a lot of it fell off, and it's come up right here in the gravels. So, of course, I got to dig it out. And what I'm planning to do is use some of it in some of the flower pots and my window boxes that I'm redoing right now. And so I've left my window boxes up until this point and some of my flower pots because they were looking really good. And you can see now they're starting to look, rough. And so I'm going to go ahead and dig some of this up and use it in the flower pots that I'm fixing to do. That's flanking each side of the steps going up to the screened-in porch. I'll show y'all that right quick. Okay, these are the 2 pots that I'm fixing to do up for fall and winter. And this is some of the things that I'm going to put in it. I'm going to put 2 of the arborvitaes, and these are the smaller varieties. Well, this is the emerald green, and you can see they'll get 15 foot tall and 4 foot wide. I've planted several of these in some of the later videos in my yard. These were clearance plants, by the way, so I got them for less than what the price is on them. And also the petunias and the ornamental cabbage over there, those were also clearance plants. And so I'm going to get these potted up, and these 2 pots, like I said, will go all the way through. Actually, I'll probably leave the arbs in these pots and grow them in here for the next at least 2 years. The arbs that I pulled out of these 2 pots had been in here for, I think, about 4. And so, let's get this started. Okay, first off, I'm gonna fill the pot maybe half full with dirt, and you can use whatever potting soil you have on hand or whatever potting soil you prefer. I'm using what I've got here today. Okay. And what I'm going to do is just kind of set the stuff in here to see how I like it before I actually plant anything. And I'm also going to show y'all something. I only have one pot of this, but that's fine because pansies have multiple. I mean, there's multiple ones in this pot, so I'm just going to divide it in half so I have it for both pots. And I may actually divide it into fours. We'll see once I get it out of this pot. I'm going to start by cutting this in half, and then I'll see. Yeah, I think I'm going to do it in fours. I'm going to cut it in half, and now I'm going to cut these two in half. That way, I'll have more to spread around in the pot. And it's fine. It's not going to hurt these at all. You can see there's still going to be quite a bit in each little clump. And these are so pretty, these pansies. So let's stick these in the pot, and then I'm going to do the same thing with the violas. Okay, yeah, this one's getting cut in fours. It's the same as the pansy. This is the violas. And you can see how full that is. And these will fill right back in. I mean, they're going to continue growing, at least in my zone, through the winter time. Or for the next few weeks through the fall. That is so pretty. Alrighty, let's dig some of this mustard up. There's one. I'm only going to get two. I'm going to use the rest of these in a different project that y'all will also be seeing in a few days. Alrighty, I got these two pots finished, and I really like them. I ended up putting the two pumpkins that you see are pumpkin and squash, and each one, they're artificial. Pumpkins are too expensive. If I'm not growing them myself, I'm probably not going to buy them. You know, occasionally might pick up a small one or something, but plus it's been so hot here till if we put out pumpkins right now, in a couple of weeks they're going to be yucky. They're just going to rot. So I like to use, you know, the artificial ones in a lot of my decorating outside if I'm going to decorate for fall. Excuse me. And so these pots, like I said, will go all the way through the winter for me. I don't really have to do anything to them other than as we, you know, transition from fall to Christmas, I will pull out the pumpkins and put, you know, something for Christmas in there. And I'll also get to decorate these trees, which I think, you know, I enjoy that. But anyways, these pots didn't really, I mean, it wasn't really that expensive. The two arborvitaes were on clearance. So I got two for about what you'd pay for one. And then the pansies and the violas and the ornamental cabbage was also, all of those were on clearance. And by only buying a pot of pansies and a pot of violas, I was able to divide those into four and make enough to do both pots. So And then, of course, you saw the mustard I dug up out of the yard. And, I mean, you can do pots like this really cheap if you just pay attention to, like, clearance plants in the fall. And, you know, you can start some of your own things from seed, you know, toward the end of summer. You can have beautiful pots all winter long and not spend a fortune on them. So if you're looking for a budget, you know, budget pots, you know, this is a good way to do it. But anyways, I hope this helps somebody. And until next time, bye.